Hey guys, EBPMAN here, and today we're going to talk about the OnePlus 7. Specifically, I'm going to give you 10 tips, things that you should do as soon as you get your phone. Let's get right to it. Now, and I wanted to share in this video the top 10 things that I would do as soon as I get my hands on the phone to get the most out of the phone. So this is going to be a quick video, just 10 quick tips, so let's get right to it.
Make sure you hit the subscribe button and tap the little bell icon to get notified when new videos become available.
So the first thing I noticed is that I could not see the percentage for the battery amount. So let me show you how you set that up. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to swipe down, we're going to go into settings, we're going to then go into display, and then we're going to go into the very bottom here where we see status bar. Now the status bar, there's some cool things that you can do. It's not just the fact that you can see a percentage, but you can see several things. You can actually change the battery bar to a circle, and you can see how that changes. You can change that to a hidden, where you don't see it at all, or you can have the battery bar like I have. Now, in addition to changing your battery, you can also turn off the percentage. You could also display network speed, which I find pretty useful, depending on if you're downloading some information or you're playing a game and you just want to see how fast your network speed is. And then also you could show your hours. You can actually modify how you can see this. So you notice how it's up here? You can actually change it to show hours and minutes, and you can notice that it's doing that. So right now it's showing hours, minutes, and seconds. And you could also say don't show it at all. So if you want to just clean up your screen, you can do that. I actually prefer to see the default, which is going to be hours and minutes, as you can see right there, not including the seconds. But those are three things that you can do to customize the status bar and, more importantly, see that percentage of your battery life. Now, the next thing I like doing is customizing my toggles. Let me show you what the toggles are and how you can modify them. So here I have all my toggles, and you notice that there's a pencil here. If you tap on that pencil icon, what you can do is actually modify your toggles. You can move your toggles around. So for example, I have my flashlight here. Let's say if your flashlight was not there, let's say it was down here in the bottom, what you could do is you can just drag the order just by holding and pressing. You'll drag it to the top, and then if there's something else here that you'd like to grab, you can do that as well. So here are icons that as you install applications, you're going to see some toggles that get added. For example, if you add a VPN software, you're going to see something there as well. The point is that you can personalize or customize this to whatever order you want. Now this next tip I found completely by accident. Check this out. So let's say you have apps here that are in the app drawer, and you'd like to scoot some away for private use. What you could do is if you swipe here to the left, you can actually put some in a hidden space. So you notice how I did that. Let me go back. Normally what we'll do is you swipe up to see your application. So now you're in the app drawer, and if you put your finger over here and you swipe over, you can come into this hidden place. So I can actually take applications that are here and add it to the hidden place. So I'm going to take Filmic, right? And then I'm going to come back. And now Filmic is here with Netflix and Pokemon. I'm going to go ahead and hit X. And as I look at it here, you'll notice that it disappeared. It's no longer in this list. So this is a really quick, cool way to hide apps and put apps in the corner. Now this next tip is going to allow you to unlock the applications that you choose with the password that you use to unlock your phone or your fingerprint. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to choose the file manager, and as soon as I choose the file manager, you notice it's asking me for my PIN or my fingerprint. Let me show you how I set that up. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down here into the settings area again. We're going to go into utilities. And under utilities, you'll notice that there's an app locker. When I choose app locker, you're going to be forced to put in the PIN that you use to log in. So I'm going to go ahead and input mine. And you'll notice here now that I have 3 applications that I put into this app locker capability. So I have Downloads, File Manager, and Gallery. If I wanted to add another one, all I have to do is go ahead and swipe through the app that I wanted to add. As soon as I choose it, it would fall into that protected class, and that means that no one would be able to access it unless they have your fingerprint or they know your passcode. Now this next tip is going to make it really fast for you to lock your phone. Watch this. Phone's locked. It's not off. I'm going to turn it on. Make sure I'm to the side, and you'll notice right here that it's asking for my fingerprint to be able to log in, or my face. I'm going to go ahead and unlock it so you can see how that works. And I'm going to show you where you go to set that up. You're going to press and hold anywhere on a blank area on your page, and then you're going to choose Home Settings. When you go into Home Settings, you'll notice there's a feature there that says Double Tap to Lock. All you have to do is enable that feature, and then as soon as you go back and you double tap, It's going to lock your screen. Now this next feature is one of the fastest ways that I find to unlock the phone, and I just want to show you how fast this is. So I'm going to go ahead and power up, and you notice that the camera came out, it recognized my face and unlocked, so it's using face to unlock. Let me show you where you're going to go to set that up. So you're going to go into settings, you're going to go into security again and lock screen, and then you're going to go into the actual face to unlock. Notice where it says use face to unlock your phone. All right? Let me go ahead and put in my PIN. Right? And this is what I did. In addition to registering my face, there's a feature here. This is default way to unlock. Now there's two ways. You could swipe up to unlock, or as soon as you power up the phone, the little camera is going to pop up and unlock once it recognizes your face. It's super duper fast, as you saw. I'll show it to you one more time so you can see how that works. Double tap to turn it off, and now I'm going to power it up. And you notice, very, very fast. Quick and convenient feature to unlock your phone. And like you saw, quick and convenient feature to lock it. Now you should also become familiar with the gestures. Let me show you the gestures area so you can learn everything that's there. So I'm going to go ahead and start typing gestures. And you'll notice that there's a lot of different gestures that you can see. You have system gestures, screen gestures, and first one that's really cool is the ability to flip your phone and mute it. All you have to do is flip it over if you enable this feature, and the phone will go on mute if you're in a phone call. The other one is a 3-finger screenshot, right? Swipe 3 fingers to do that screenshot. Answer calls by gesture, so that literally, if you get a phone call and it's coming in and you want to answer it, as soon as you bring the phone to your ear, it's going to answer. We've seen this with Samsung phones and other phones as well. And then you have a series of other gestures that you can use. Check out the gesture areas because there's a lot of tips there that make using this phone even more delightful. So if you want to secure your phone and make sure that no one can use your face to unlock your phone or your fingerprint, let me show you how you can do that. I'm going to press and hold my power button. And you'll notice that there's an option here that says lockdown. When I choose lockdown, the phone goes on lockdown, but notice that the fingerprint is disabled, right? And also my Face ID isn't working to unlock the phone. I have to swipe up and I have to put in the password in order for it to work. And this is because I have the lockdown feature enabled. Let me show you how you're going to be able to enable that on your phone. So one of the things that we're going to do is we're going to come up into settings again, and then what we're going to do is a search for lockdown. And you'll notice show lockdown option comes up. And here what you'll do is you'll enable this function. It says show lockdown option when you press and hold the power button. So when you do this, this is a great way to lock it so that if you don't want someone turning on the phone and then using your finger, or someone potentially using your face to unlock the phone when you're not aware of it, you can use that lockdown option to secure it, and it's going to require a PIN. Now the last feature I'm going to share with you is the themes. Let's show you what themes do. So you'll notice at the top here how these toggles are dark. Let me show you how I accomplish that because yours doesn't look this way. So we're going to go into display, and then we're going to go down to themes, right? And you notice you could do light, and I think that this is what the phones, if I recall, were all set up with. So when you're in the light theme, you notice that the top is white like this. The colorful theme, I think, does a better job, which is the one that I had selected, because it gives you color, but then it also darkens areas of your screen. So watch what will happen when I choose the theme and I go to dark. And what the dark will do is will make everything black and white. So this is going to be the most energy efficient, some people say. I find it that in some cases it's probably the easiest to view. But what I like using instead of the dark theme is I start using colorful. And what I like about colorful is that certain areas are still dark. So here's the colorful view, and then you'll notice that my toggles are still in black and white, which is how I prefer it. I have it on a lot of my phones this way as well. So check out themes and see which one is your preference. So those were my first top 10 things that you should do when you get the OnePlus 7 Pro. I'm going to have other videos on tips and tutorials that you can take advantage of to maximize the use of the OnePlus 7. Let me know if you have any top tip for anyone who's watching these videos. Feel free to share them in the comment area below. Would love to hear from you.